Okay, back to menu, manage pilots, Hercules Zeus, load game. All right, and let's start recording. Okay, we're back playing Endless Sky. Last time we played our character, Hercules Zeus, with his inherited Guncraft super blaster, managed to get super lucky and captured a um, protector heavy warship, and that's displaying it here. So now we've got six ships in the little fleet. We've got our protector heavy warship, which is our uh, flagship at the moment. We've got a rampart. We have a um, hauler class 2 uh, freight ship. We've got a Bastion medium warship. We've got a Splinter medium warship and a Firebird medium warship. The outfits of those, the Protector has 4 heavy laser turrets and a heavy missile turret and a blaster turret. The Rampart, of course, is unarmed, but it does have 2 anti-missile turrets, and it has uh, enough fuel for 8 hyperspace jumps. Is that 8 or 6? That's 8. We do not have 8 in our uh, flagship, so that could be a problem. We have 6 for the hauler 2, 8 for the Bastion, 8 for the uh, Firebird, and for the Splinter. So, oh, but the hauler 2 has a modified, so it can jump 8 also. Do we have a modified? Uh, yes, a modified hyperdrive, so we can go 8. All right, good enough. So, current jobs we have food to Jacobson. That is a pirate world. Oh, and we have a mission there now. The source of the mysterious hackers, Hackerz, has been traced back to Jacobson in the Alfherg system. Apprehend these criminals and bring them in for a reward of 1 million credits. Well, that sounds attractive. Let's add that to our mission list. Um, so trace the hackers, food to Jacobson. We've got the treasure map, which so far looks like it's just asteroids, but we're going to see what that is. And then a mystery deliver to Hippocrates. Um, there's also an available job from Polaris to Hippocrates to deliver 26 tons of raisins. So we'll take that too. And let's look at what they need. We have no idea. We don't have a map to that area, so we don't know what their ports are looking for, but we can assume that they might want some of our buy some metal and some luxury goods because those are inexpensive here in Polaris. I don't want to buy any ships. I don't want to change my outfits at this point. The spaceport, while having a drink at one of the spaceport bars, a somewhat scruffy looking man in a dark cloak pulls you aside and offers 50,000 credits for a discreet, no questions asked passage to place her in the Mirach system which is quite close by. This could be a quick and lucrative job. It also sounds illegal, so you'll need to avoid getting scanned or landing on planets with high security. I'm going to pass. I don't need that kind of complication in my life. All right, we've got 38 extra crew. Let's look at the job board again. A light pirate warship named the Perdition's Serpent has been attacking merchants in star systems near Polaris and is reportedly entering this system. Ooh, good. So we'll just sit and wait for it to come in. Destroy it by January 21st for payment, 95,000 credits. And then an outfitter wants platinum, 5 tons of platinum. Let's take the light pirate warship job and see if we can capture that. And that's it. Let's depart. And oops, there he is. And we're not getting audio. Perdition Serpent, that's the one. I'm going to capture it and then I'm going to go troubleshoot the audio from our uh, game. Capture, tack, it's been eliminated. We got it. Done. And there was another one, a scrounger came in. We're going to grab it too. And let's then make the jump to our destination. Doing Shift J so that everyone jumps together. I imagine the scrounger and probably the uh, other ship we captured will need to refuel. Here goes the scrounger, gonna refuel. And we're refueled. And here we go again. Making the turn here to head south to Alderamin. Up, there's our other ship having to refuel. What is this guy doing? Just hanging out? Okay, and one more jump. Oh, the scrounger needs fuel. What did we do? All right, so we got a ship here that we captured, a splinter, and a quicksilver. All right, let's get this show over with and go fix our audio of our ships. All right, dropped our cargo off. Bury the cube in the middle of nowhere before landing in the spaceport. Your bank account immediately notifies you that the agreed upon payment of 18,000 credits has been deposited. You wonder how they knew. All right, so going to lose that for a minute and troubleshoot my audio. All right. And the sky booting back up. We'll see if that fixes the audio. Hopefully, the audio is good for you guys as far as the microphone. The OBS system says that it should be. It's still loading. If it doesn't fix it, I'm going to have to stop the stream and then reboot. Sorry about that, but I think it's fixed. All right. So now we are on. We've got some stuff to trade. I'm going to sell it all. We are on Alnair. The jobs we have are a medium pirate warship named the Satan. Satan the Furious has been attacking merchants that jump away, destroy it. So it's either over here or up here. We're probably only going to go that direction. So let's take that. The crew of the science vessel DRS Oppenheimer requests an escort to New Boston, where they plan to study some unusual phenomena. Escort them there and return them to Hippocrates for 60,000. Well, that's not very much. I'm not going to do that. And then the third one is pay a escort ship. We definitely don't need that. So we're still heading down towards Jacobson. So we need to find missions along that route that makes sense. Deliver 121 tons of brass fittings to New Austria. In the Menkent system, payment is 112, almost 113. Let's take that one. And let's see, we should have knowledge. Yes, they need metal. So I'm going to buy metal. Since we have an outfitter here, what are we going to do? We're going to buy the local map. And we are going to see, what are we carrying that is cargo? Let's find out. Show items in cargo. Cargo. Oh, somewhere along the line we picked up some cooling ducts. All right. All right. Good enough. Let us. Did we go to the bank? No, bank is good. Spaceport. A crowd has gathered at the bar watching a special news program. This is Harold Riviera reporting live from the hangar rumored to be Pandora's Box, a facility where the syndicate supposedly has been secretly keeping an alien ship for their experiments. After months of investigating, we finally located this place and are here to give you an inside look into what the syndicate is hiding within. Harold pushes his way through a door and the cameraman follows. Alarms can be heard in the distance. Our operatives are keeping the security guards distracted so that we can bring you this exclusive video. Harold passes by an abandoned security checkpoint. The camera zooms in on a laser rifle sitting on a tripod, then shifts to a heavily fortified doorway. We managed to get the entry password for this doorway from an informant. The information didn't come cheap. Some beeping sounds can be heard as Harold enters the password, but the camera is focused on Harold's determined facial expression rather than the number pad. There is a click and the doorway starts to open. This is it, folks. The contents of Pandora's box lies beyond this door. The crowd in the bar waits with bated breath as the camera zooms past Harold's shoulder to the opening doorway beyond. The room is dark, but soon lights from above begin to illuminate the area. The lights reveal It's empty. The camera catches a glimpse of Harold looking around in confusion before being knocked violently to the floor as the video feed is cut off. The display switches to a nervous anchorwoman who apologizes for technical difficulties, then cuts to a commercial break. The crowd bursts into a cacophony as suddenly everyone has an opinion on what was just witnessed. I knew it was a trap. This was probably just a publicity stunt. Pandora's box, it's a hoax if you ask me. I bet Harold's being arrested right now. When the commercial break is over, the news program has moved on to another topic. No mention is made of what happened to Harold or of Pandora's box. Well, that was interesting. All right, let's blow this popsicle stand. Another manta. And we're going to jump through Alderman. We're looking for. Nope, the pirate we're looking for is not there. So it was the other direction, but we're not going to go looking for him. Delta Capricorni. We got to sell these ships we captured at some point. Altair. Oh, and that stupid scrounger needs fuel again. This is getting old. Definitely got to sell these. We got to look for a shipyard for our next mission. Okay. And off we go. And our next jump is for Menkent. That is, we have a mission there. That's the cargo we're carrying. I'm going to hit the speed up button again. And there we are. Brass fittings. So we're doing okay money wise. Let's go to spaceport. Just in time delivery. Print on a spaceship. Job board. Let's look for a shipyard. So if I click the shipyards button, it'll show me shipyards. They're the light blue. And I don't see any shipyards. Oh, there's a shipyard here. The next system. Reticulous. They need 9 tons of degreaser fluid, 2,700 credits. It's hardly worth the effort, but we do need to sell those ships. So let's go there. A medium pirate warship named the Hulking Perdition has been attacking merchants that jump away. That could be a good one. Let's take that. And a light pirate warship named Amon the Wicked has been attacking merchants and is entering this system. Let's take that one too. So, hopefully, you know what? We can double our chances of running into him by going down here first and then over. I think that's exactly what we'll do. And what are these three bunched up at Rand? Oh, escort a ship, escort another ship, and deliver hydrogen. Let's do all of those. So we'll go here, 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 here. And then come back to Reticulous to sell. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to Rand. So Rand needs medical. Profit of 283. We'll take that, and here we go. Now we're waiting for our target ship to come in. There he is. He's blinking on the map. And we have Captured him here. We've got attack, 95,000 credits, done. All right, and now we're going to jump. See the big cargo ship that we're escorting? And is there other ship down here? It isn't. So we're still looking for him. You hear that kind of shrill whistling sound? That is a scanner. Our ship is being scanned. And this is Rand. It's like there's some pirates in this system. We'll take them out. And then land. Got one of them anyway. All right. The others were destroyed. So we'll land. This little ship here is also ours. Okay. Whoop. Land, I said. Land. LL. There we go. The captain of the AO the Moorish thanks you for escorting them, and the captain of the Ivory Niati thanks you for escorting them, and we drop off our cargo. So that paid well. So now a medium pirate warship is posing as a merchant ship within 2 jumps. I, I'm not going to go looking around for some uh, merchant ship somewhere in this whole area. That's just I've never liked those missions. And the Quark planet of Humanica needs a passenger delivered. They always pay well, so I'm going to take that. There's no jobs out of uh, Quark space generally. Sometimes there are. All right, and we're still looking for our uh, uh, warship out of Menkent, and it could well be in Reticulus. So we're going there next because we've got a bunch of ships to sell. Those are going to be profitable. That will be nice. All right, here we go. A lot of ships to turn. My flagship is just about the slowest of them all because it's a massive heavy warship. And there he is. It's a splinter. Go get him, everybody. All right. We're going to capture him too. We may keep some of these splinters. Capture. 180,000 credits for capturing him, plus we get to keep the ship. That is nice. That's the way to play the game. All right. Now we have uh, shipyard. We have these 3 splinters. I think I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to keep the Raven or any of these others. I'm going to sell those outright. But we got to look at the. I got 5 million plus I got 2 splinters out of it, and those are like 5-6 million apiece. So let's look at the outfitter and see how these guys are outfitted. These two have. Nobody has missiles. That's good. Let's Sell the proton guns? Who has proton guns? This one has 2 proton guns, and the others both have 2 heavy lasers. And I could buy heavy lasers because there's some in stock. Then one has a heavy anti-missile turret, one has an anti-missile turret, and then 2 proton turrets and 2 heavy laser turrets. What's this guy has? 2 heavy laser turrets and a heavy anti-missile turret. This one has 2 proton turrets and a light anti-missile turret. And this one has 2 proton turrets and a heavy laser turret. No anti-missile at all. All right, I like that. What do they have? Uh, for fueling, I can't buy that there. Fission reactors, all 3 of them? Nice. Plenty of power. Thrusters and steering. Looks good. Laser rifles. I'm going to take those and give them to my flagship. And 600, 600, 800. So these 2, I need to figure out a way to give them more fuel pods. They don't have the space for it now, particularly this one, which is rocking the proton turrets and a heavy laser turret. Plus, so if I get rid of these, buy those, then I should be able to buy. Oh, but there's only one available, so I'm just going to have to buy some somewhere else. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. All right. So we're set with 3 splinters, but our range is decreased. But we can just let them refuel. So we're still heading out to Alfberg. Missions, family of 2 to Glaze, 22,000. Escort 49 tons of fine art to the frontier world of Solace. Lots of piracy, 74,000. Subsidiary herding, that's a sucker bet. And let's take this one, 49 tons of fine art. That'll put us within range of there. Ooh, you know what? We need an outfitter, though. Do they have an outfitter? Yes, they do. Do they carry fuel tanks? Fuel pods? Yes, they do. So we're set. Let's take that mission, accept that mission, and see what they need in the way. Oops, what is that? See what they need in the way of trade goods. Looks like medical. If there's a lot of pirate activity, that sounds pretty normal. And did we stop at the spaceport? I don't think so. Spaceport. You are approached by a pair of merchant captains, a man and a woman. The woman says, I'm sorry to ask this, but could you escort us to Placer in the Mirax system by Thursday, February 23rd? We are carrying medical supplies to help victims of a recent disaster there. We can pay you 125,000 credits, which is a fair share of the delivery fee. They seem sincere, but you can't help but notice that they already have a couple of heavy warships. Seems like you already have some tough ships. Man responds, that may be true, but for the safety of my sister, I'd prefer some additional security, especially with pirates lurking in some of the systems. we'll be traveling through. Okay, sure. I'll be glad to help. Thanks. By the way, I'm Hansel and she's Gretel. The man introduces himself and his sister. Are we going to leave breadcrumbs? I hope we have a safe journey, adds Gretel. Yeah, and I hope we don't run into any witches with candy houses. Okay, where is this? This is clear back over here. Well, okay, we're going. Medium pirate has been attacking merchants a jump away, so if he's in Menkent, we'll find him. Um, None of these are urgent jobs, so we're going to go all the way back here. And looks like they need equipment. And I've got a full crew, so we're ready to go. Nope. That wanted pirate is not in Menkent, so we're not going to get him. You can see these guys are still stuck in back in Menkent. We're going to have to wait for them at some point. Let's get to Delta Capricorni and then we'll wait. Looks like they're going to need to refuel when they get here, so it might be a while. Yep, they are refueling. You can see the fuel going up down here. And when they're ready, we'll jump again. One more jump and we'll be there. We might have to defend ourselves there. What is that? A broadsword. I've never heard of that. Let's capture it. The Woe Snap. I wonder how many. Okay. Looks like a interesting ship. And we're going to find out because we captured it. And somebody left behind a couple of pirate fighters. All right, let's land. The Hansel and Gretel made it to Placer. The siblings thank you for escorting them safely past the pirates and give you 125,000 credits, your share of the delivery fee. Good. Plus, we captured an interesting ship, and it looks like it carries fighters. Spaceport. When the bartender checks your ID, he looks up in surprise. Hercules Zeus, huh? The captain of the Wanderlust was in here just yesterday looking for you. Tough bounty hunter. You must have really offended someone. He gives you a free drink, but that does little to take your mind off the news that someone is out to get you. Well, hopefully, our ships are tough enough to deal with a bounty hunter. What do we got? A team of 6 engineers needs transport to a corporate retreat. Clear up here to Serpens, and that is just too far. How much do they want to pay? 185 to go there and back. Yeah, no, that's a long way. Let's see what we have for shipyards. Okay, there's a shipyard close here. Let's take a look. See what missions they have. 31 tons of sheet metal, 22 tons of potentiometers, and a passenger. That's a simple job. Let's take it. It's 2 jumps. And we can then examine the ships that we just captured. And we're probably gonna, oh, what did they need? They needed food. So let's buy food. And we're probably gonna run into a pirate. A bounty hunter, no less. Oh, there he is. Let's wait for him. The Wanderlust. A modified hogshead. Huh. What have we gotten ourselves into now? All right, collect all our payments, sell all our goods. What have we got? We have uh this is a broadsword utility. 4600 shields, 2600 hull. Has 3 beam lasers, 2 torpedo pods. Let's get rid of those. Buy a couple more beam lasers. It has a laser turret, so it's a laser ship. Tactical scanner, don't need that. Small radar jammer, okay. Got a pretty punky uh, power system. 40. I think I'm going to keep this thing. So let's sell that and buy a radial thermal. And engines, these look all right. We'll keep those. Has some laser rifles. I'll take those for my flagship. I got 2 uh, dagger fighters. They have beam lasers and a small fuel cell and a supercapacitor, steering, and oh, they have atomic thrusters. They can zoom. Can they zoom? Yeah, 9,000 acceleration, 2600 max speed, turning of 160. 12 for turning. Yeah, that's all they're going to get. Interesting. Interesting setup. And then this is a modified hogshead transport that has 4 twin modified blasters and a modified blaster turret and an anti-missile turret, cooling ducts and a water cooling system, a ram scoop, modified shielding, that's good, barracks, get rid of those, and the modified hyperdrive. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. So its range would be, yep, would be uh 800, so that's good. And it has a brig. Ooh, definitely keeping this. All right. Do we already have something with a brig? We did. Our Bastion has a brig. Let's we'll keep them both. They don't hurt much. And yeah, I like it. And then the broadsword will keep two. Oh, I was looking at the power. Brig, don't need a ram scoop. And it has the modified radiothermal and a modified fuel cell. Wow, that is a lot. I don't think it needs both, but it can handle it, so let's keep it. And oh, and then it has junk steering, hippogriff, and griffin. Junk thruster has some fragmentation grenades, laser rifles, a staffed security station. Don't need that. And a medical bay. Let's keep that. So we could add some steering. Interesting ship. That was the modified hogshead, the Wanderlust. So that is quite a fleet. And apparently, our broadsword utility has 2 fighter bays. So that's nice. Let's look at what the details are on the broadsword. Where is it? There it is. It doesn't say. I guess you have to be able to buy it before you can see. Well, I wonder where those are available. Let's look at the shipyards. It's a utility ship. Broadsword. Those can be bought at one spot at the pirate shipyard in Men. Interesting. So, can they be bought anywhere else? Not that we know of. All right, so let's look at our. Let's go to the spaceport. As you are walking through the spaceport, you are startled by a sudden loud beeping from a nearby computer terminal. The computer is unattended and the screen is blinking on and off. I know what this is. Check it out. When you approach, you are greeted by plain text on the terminal screen. SOS Megaparsec employee kidnapped by pirates. Can't respond. Mokhtar standard coordinates. Rad AU 30.12, lat point 2, LON 30.39, life in danger, please, urgent rescue, cannot otherwise communicate, all signals monitored, please help. You note that the message appears to be coming from an emergency transmitter commonly found on small shuttles and escape pods. There is no shortage of pirates in Mokhtar, which is only a system away from Megaparsec's headquarters on Sunracer. Presumably, you'll be expected to head there after rescuing the Megaparsec employee. I'm definitely going to take that job. Let's see what other jobs we have available here. Oh, and I got some things in storage. Uh, yeah, weapons for my flagship. So, install. All right, nothing else in storage. Job board. Factories, metals exchange factories. Medium pirate warship has been attacking merchants a jump away. A marauder interceptor named the Dagger of Poverty has been attacking merchants a jump away. And a crew of a science vessel. All right, let's take the two pirate jobs, and Mokhtar is down here. So let's go to, well, do we have any jobs along the way? Not really. Nothing really jumps out. Disable the robotic target dummy ship in Rookbuk. Collect test data for the syndicate engineers by scanning its cargo and landing on Crossroads. 260,000. Definitely going to do that. All right, let's make sure I have a cargo scanner. It would be a shame to disable. Yes, I do. I have the scanners. I have asteroid outfit and cargo scanner, and I don't have a tactical scanner, but I don't really need it. I don't think. All right, let's let's roll. Oh, trading. We're going here to land, so they need industrial. I'm leaving a 40 or 50 or 60 uh, free on my mission cargo in case we run into anything we want to plunder from a ship where it's too big for us to capture. That happens. All right, here we go. Got potential for two pirate warships here, and I'm not seeing them. So I'm gonna I'm gonna escape and go back and load that game again. And they're not there, so they could be down here or here. I'm going to try both of those and then head up here to Rookback because we got plenty of fuel, so why not? So, same cargo. We're just going to go jump to Delta Capricorni first. Wait a minute, what was that? Oh, okay. Mokhtar. That's the shuttle we're looking for. Oh, and we didn't see them in Delta Capricorni. So let's go just down here. One of them, at least, should be down here. There it is. Both of them. We blew one of them up, but the other one we managed to capture. It's a Marauder Arrow. Which promptly got itself. Oops, wrong way. No, it's the right way. Here we go. There's some pirates following us. And they blew up that Marauder Arrow. Oh well. And now we gotta blow up. We gotta disable this guy. The Syndicate test vessel. And then I have to scan him. I just hold down the S key You scan the disabled craft and take careful measurements of the battle damage. Time to deliver the results to Crossroads. Ship is not carrying any cargo. And I'm going to continue scanning, which will complete a outfit scan, which will tell you everything on the ship. And then if I had a tactical scanner, I could look at that too, and that would tell me how many crew and all of that jazz. So we do not capture this ship. If you do that, they get very upset. And we just go and land on Crossroads and we get paid. Nice, 260,000 credits. Look at the outfitters, see if they have anything good for sale here. Not particularly. A map. There we go. Always good to have the local map. All right. Uh, Job board. Oh, good. We've got a job going to Mirfak, which is right next to Mokhtar, where we want to go. Do we have enough to get to Mokhtar? We do. Do we have enough to then get back? We do. So let's go to Mokhtar first. But what do they need in Mirfak? They need heavy metals, 374 profit. That'll be nice. And depart. And none of those ships survived. We're going to go all the way to Mokhtar. There we go. Quite a fleet we've got developed, considering we started out with the little tiny Swallow. Built it up quite nicely. Very selectively keeping some combat ships and also some passenger and okay. When you enter Mokhtar, your sensors detect a pirate vanguard and a derelict emergency shuttle aimlessly drifting near the coordinates in the original message. Almost immediately, you receive a message from the pirate ship. You were unwise to get involved in our business. Hand over that pompous salesman Howard, and I'll let you live. Uh, Hand over who? Or I don't negotiate with pirates. Or you can take him, but I don't know where he is. I'm gonna go with hand over who? Hand over who? Bah, you spineless buffoon. Your lies won't save you or that useless salesman. Oh my. I'll find him in your ship's wreckage. The Vanguard's engines roar to life, and you see a Baker's half dozen guns take aim at your ship, ready to fire. Well, good luck with that, buddy. All right. He's probably going to blow up. Nope. Attempt capture. I got him. All right. And where is Harold? Escape pod 001, emergency shuttle. You board the emergency shuttle to see its desperate and nearly incoherent occupant. Oh, thank the stars. Thank you. Captain, you've got to save me, please. I'm Howard. I promise you a reward if you can fix up this tin can so I can get to my office on Sunracer. I'm with Megaparsec. I can make it worth your while. Sounds good, or what's the deal with you and that pirate? What's the deal with you and that pirate? Howard takes a breath and seems to calm himself. That pirate was a potential investor in the firm I work for. We had a disagreement over the terms, and it obviously got quite out of hand. I'll need to find a new business partner now. Oh no. He trails off. Time to get Howard back to Sunracer. All right. Sunracer is here, so we're good. Let's jump. I have a mission that requires landing there anyway. You drop off your cargo of weapons and collect your payment. When you land on Sunracer, Howard is waiting for you at the spaceport, looking much more collected than he was on the emergency shuttle. Thank you truly. I'm Howard Vendeur, Investor Relations Associate with Megaparsec Incorporated. Anyway, I've managed to scrounge up my savings. It's not much to someone like you, I'm afraid, just over 90,000 credits. However, I see you're clearly a captain of means. I'd have to pull a few strings, but I could get you into a private placement of a Megaparsec Incorporated perpetual bond to purchase the perpetual bond of Megaparsec Inc. I will need 1 million credits and for you to sign a few documents. This round is quite generous, with promised returns of over 35% annum to continue, of course, into perpetuity, paid out to you as a daily dividend of 1,000 credits. 1,000 credits a day. It's going to take 4 years before there's any, before there's, well, 3.5 before you make a profit. That's a long time. Megaparsec. I thought that was part of the syndicate. Megaparsec Inc. is a proud affiliate of Syndicated Systems that accepts some private outside investment. We specialize in the design and manufacture of innovative, fast, and lightweight, high performance commercial and military space vehicle. Though a relatively young shipyard, our ships can still outmaneuver and outgun almost anything of their size. Would you like to invest? Huh. So it would be 1,000 a day income against losing 1 million now. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure, I'll invest. What do I need to do? Excellent. I'll need to get approval for the bond sale and set up the paperwork. Feel free to come by my kiosk in the spaceport here later today if you're ready to invest, or another time if you need longer. Remember, you'll need to have at least 1 million credits for the bond purchase, and I'll need you to transport me to Hephaestus to take care of a few other administrative tasks. Hmm. All right. Well, trading, we just made almost 1 million on just on that trade. We have a couple ships that we captured. Well, we have a ship that we captured. We want to keep the Vanguard. I like Vanguards. 7 proton guns. Holy smokes. A nitrogen cooler. Need to add some fuel tanks. There we go. Fusion reactor. Good batteries. Yep, I'll keep it. Add to our armament. All right. So now we're going to add this guy up here. We have quite the fleet. All right, I'm going to change out from my from the Wanderlust. I'm going to change out its crappy thrusters and such. And I'm going to buy plasma steering and such. And 30, 26, 23. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Yeah. And then let's look at the job board. Factories on Sunracer. Sizable pirate warship. I'll take it. Medium pirate warship is entering. I'll take that. Checkpoint Gemini is in need of maintenance. 20 techs and their equipment to the artificial satellite, then return home. Payment is 10,000. That's just a 1 day job. Checkpoint Solus. That's a 1 day job. Okay, so we got a couple pirates, and then Hephaestus. So find Hephaestus in the Markab system. All right, so we're gonna go to the space. Oh, what does Hephaestus need? Hephaestus needs foods. Get lots of foods. And let's go to the spaceport. Okay. You visit the kiosk location Howard gave you at the spaceport, where he immediately spots you and approaches. When he arrives, he thanks you profusely and excitedly tells you what an exclusive offer you've received to be able to purchase a megaparsec bond. You know, yeah, you got to save the corporate employees. Yeah, I think he's a crook. I mean, the pirates were after him. They were unhappy with him for some reason, but whatever. It's only a million credits. Make that up in one ship capture. Uh, you will need to provide us with an upfront payment. Uh, We expect our returns to continue into perpetuity and paid out to you as a daily dividend of 1,000 credits. I want to look through the documents before signing. Can I get a lawyer to review this? I need more time to think about it. No, I'm just going to give him the million credits. There you go. After you've signed numerous dotted lines, Howard says, "All right, we have your payment and preliminary signature. This particular investment is administered by syndicated systems, so we'll need to submit this first set of paperwork to their office and then go to Hephaestus in the Markab system to sign the final documents and conduct a biometric scan at our secure facility." Oh my. Uh, I'll go with you to help finalize. Once that's complete, you should immediately start receiving dividend payments. All right. Well, here we go. Oh boy. All right. Gonna do a little jump here to see if we can find one of those two. Oh, here he is entering the system. An Osprey. That's a good warship too. I might have to start selling some of these warships instead of keeping them. Let's see. Attack, attack, attack. The creaking chamber has been eliminated. Shortly afterwards, the government of Sunracer sends you 180,000 credits along with a message of gratitude. All right. Yeah, I should have had a lawyer look at that fine print, I suppose. But I suspect that uh, I've just thrown away a million credits. But that's okay. I just captured a 8 million credit spaceship. So let's look at the map. All right, I got one of them. Let's look for the other one. He's not here. That means he's either got to be here or back in Mokhtar, and I'm not going back to Mokhtar. So, here we go. Not there either. He's back in Mokhtar. Ah, well. We got an osprey. That's good enough. We have a real variety. Firebird, osprey. Where's my osprey going? Oh, he's going to refuel. Yeah. Let's zoom out. You can see that. All right. Yeah, some interesting ships. One more jump. Yep. Somebody else needs to refuel my splinters. All right, let's go get biometric scanned and see what else we're in for. You land on Hephaestus in the Markab system and follow Howard's instructions to the biometric scan center. You hand in the first set of paperwork you filled out, and after scanning your fingerprint, retinas, getting a blood sample, Howard comes over and says, "Excellent. Only one last set of paperwork left to sign." He places one more set of documents on the table and tacks the stack of papers. Oh no. New regulations dictate that we inform you that the proceeds of this bond may be used in high risk activities such as strip mining, clearing endangered habitats, or doing business on worlds with alleged human rights violations. All boilerplate language, of course, but you have to disclose every possibility these days. He then taps the documents again and says, "This is your final decision in the last set of paperwork. I would also like to disclose that your initial deposit covering the full 1 million credits is non-refundable. So as a last formality, would you like to invest in the full investment suite?" Uh, sure. I don't know. Do I want to just lose 1 million? I'm backing out. I can't ethically invest in this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Howard nods. I get it. Ethics are important, and I respect your decision. Unfortunately, the initial deposit is non refundable. Nothing I can do there. Best of luck finding another investment that suits you. So he just scammed me out of 1,000. That's what happened to the pirates. Oh my. Yeah. I don't know. I think I think let's go back. Let's go back. Load the game back at Sunracer. uh, depart and head to Markham again. Let's wait for that Osprey to come in. I want to see just how bad this gets. I mean, maybe we'll be uh, not only lose 1 million, but have the international court find us guilty of something. The Galactic Court. I had another game, another Endless Sky game where I bought some Quarg, which is the alien race. I think we ran into them already. I bought some Quarg systems. I forget what it was, a shield or something. And the next time I went to a Quark planet, they arrested me and threw me in prison forever. That was the end of the game. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Just, you're done. That was fun. All right, so we're going to sign it, Howard. Yep. Uh, of course. Excellent. As a bond owner of Megaparsec Inc., you will now receive a daily dividend. I have some work to attend to with our major shareholders, but it was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain. All right, so look at this. Salary income 1,000. That pays for 10 crewmen. Considering I've got 216 crewmen, that's useful. All right. Yeah, that's the other problem with getting a large fleet. All right, the Osprey. Let's see what it has. Plasma cannons and a quad blaster turret. Large radar jammer. Helium cooler. That's nice. And a breeder reactor. I'm gonna, let's see, and some lasers. Oh, and look at these giant thrusters and steering. Plasma. This guy is really loaded. Um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna cannibalize it. I'm going to take the helium cooler, the radar jammer, and the breeder reactor, and these big thrusters, and I'm going to sell what's left over. It's no longer unable to move. You must install thrusters. I'm going to sell it. 1.4 million credits. Is there anything worthwhile to buy here? I could buy another protector, a vanguard. I really want something with more uh, crew that I can use for capturing ships, but none of these have that. All right. So now, where am I going to put my captured goodies? My got a breeder reactor. Now my protector is using a fusion reactor, which is fine. And it has a small radar jammer. Yeah, it doesn't have room for a large radar jammer. It is using 2 water coolers, and it probably should have more. The helium cooler, though, is 40. Yeah, maybe if I end up with a nitrogen cooler, I can replace that. All right, and this guy's using a RT1 radiothermal. That's fine. My hogshead is using that's the one using the modified radiothermal, and the uh, so 75 to get that. I'm not going to mess with that. That one's okay. My hauler 2 is using a fission reactor. That should be fine. My WoSnap utility is using a RT1 radiothermal, and that seems a little puny, and it has the space. So I'm going to sell that, and I'm going to install my. No, that's too big. I'm going to buy a fission reactor. No, that's too big. I'll buy that back. He needs more though. 28. Let's add a photocells. And our trusty Bastion, which was our flagship at one time, has a fission reactor, so it's good. Splinter, 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 all fission reactors. This Vanguard has a fusion reactor. That's more than it needs. So I'm going to install the breeder reactor instead. That gives it room for the radar jammer. Nope. I'm going to take out the nitrogen cooler and install the liquid helium cooler. And then I'm going to place that with the nitrogen cooler there. So a little less clutter. And who has space? Does anybody have space for? Yep, one of the splinters had space for the large radar jammer. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, splinters. The splinters. 800. Yes. Splinter 700 needs one more. 800. And a splinter has a water cooling system. Fission reactor. What can I do away with? Small battery pack. Let's change the shield generator out. There we go. All right. Looking good. Now, have anything still in storage? Yep, a fusion reactor, and nobody needs it. So I'm going to sell that. Oh, these get installed to my flagship, and I have a yeah, you own a share of that unstoppable corporation. In the main storyline, the free world storyline, it um, there are some issues with the syndicate. We go to war with them basically. That's fun. All right. What was I gonna do? Oh, I had some engines in storage. Impalas. Who is using Impalas are 43 and 58, so put those on the Vanguard, leaves it with 19. I'm going to give it an afterburner, and that is good. All right. Now, note you can buy common syndicate stock. Costs 100,000 and has an income of 5. So 5 a day. So say you were to spend a million, that's 10, the income would be 50. Um, it's a way if you have a lot of cash to earn some money with it, but it's so little. I mean, 7 million, it would be 350 a day. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth the effort. All right. We have 7.8 million and there's nothing, no ships we want to buy. So let's go back to our job board. Team of 58 engineers needs transport to a corporate retreat on Ingot in the Tanis, Australia system. Clear over here. Uh, return back by April 6th. It's only the 9th of March. They want a comfortable journey. We've got the luxury suite. So it's 1,000,000 credits. Hard to turn that down. I'm going to accept that. Factories, medium pirate warship, marauder interceptor. Okay. What do we have here along the way? 30 passengers to Earth for Earth Day. 230 semiconductors to Earth. Escort a captain, 120. 6 passengers to Earth. 28 tons of lead in preparation for Earth Day. I don't know why they need all that lead. And 11 tons of cargo scoops to Luna. I'm not going to take that one. So we got some jobs going to Earth. And they need from here heavy metals, hence the lead. All right. And I think that's good. We got some small pirates in system because we're escorting a cargo ship. And I'm going to capture the Manta unless somebody blows him up before I get to him. Got him. All right, so off we go to Saul. In Formal Hut, we may run into 1 or 2 target pirates. Nope, they're not there. Was there a different way we could have gone? Let's look. We could have gone down here. Let's do that. All right, let's see about the little ships. Looks like we killed them all this time. That's okay. Let's go down here. There's one. That's another splinter. Fast mode. Oops, wrong way. Let's try this again. Glad that it auto saves your last 3 jumps. Looks like my guys are being a little more restrained this time. It's reprogrammed that we're going to Sol. Gotta wait for that big cargo ship to turn and go. And now we're gonna land on Earth. Give us the money. Lots of it. Okay. Outfitter. Are these guys carrying anything nasty? 'Cause that can happen. Especially marauders. They can carry nerve gas sometimes, and that's always unnerving because it's $1 million fine even if you aren't using it. They don't have a shipyard here, so we're gonna have to just deal with it. Let's see what these guys have for armaments. Nobody has any missiles, so that's good. Not seeing anything in particular worrisome. All right, another splinter, just what I need. And a quicksilver. I definitely don't need that. All right, off to Tanis Australis. Also, on the job board, we're going to go back to Marcap. So we got to look at uh, when we get up here or when we make any stops along the way, we got to look and see if there's jobs going back because we're going to go back there anyway. So here we go. I forgot to check the spaceport. All right. For days, your ship has played host to endless uh, discussions about load calculations, tensile strengths, and thermodynamic limits. You're grateful for some peace and quiet as the team of engineers tramps out the hatch and heads for their exotic corporate retreat. You prepare for the return journey to Hephaestus. All right. A medium pirate warship is posing as a merchant ship. Yeah, I don't go after those. A small marauder ship, Zell the Venomous. Let's try that one. And a medium pirate warship, Gorkon's Ark. All right, so if they're down here, we'll get them. And look, there's a job going back 95 tons of barley. All right, we don't have to make any stops along the way, but let's see if there's anything worthwhile. 97 passengers to Earth for Earth Day celebration. 500,000. Yep, buy that. Earth, Earth, Earth. Mars. Don't need Mars. So we're going to stop in Earth again. All right. don't see any way we could see if our pirates are one of the other 5 stars. So, yeah, what does Earth need? Earth needs foods. Nope, neither of those pirates are there. There's a couple spots where there's only one hyperspace link out of a spaceport, out of a system, and any pirates that missions, they're going to be on that jump. So those are really nice because you know you're going to run into them. We're at the point where we're pretty capable at handling pirates, so we're looking to take those jobs as much as possible. All right, and off we go back, and looks like it's plastic. There is a Hauler 3 ship available. Really like that one. I've got the Hauler 2. I wonder where I could buy a Hauler 3. Or a heavy Hauler 3. Drop off your cargo of barley, collect your payment. The team thanks you for a smooth trip and authorizes a payment of 1 million credits. Nice. 10 million. Um, all right, let's go to the job board. Shipyards. We're looking for heavy freighters. The Hauler 3. It'll be yellow where you can buy it. Zug. That's it. I swear there's a heavy hauler available somewhere. Uh, heavy freighters. Heavy haulers. Heavy hauler is available in. Oh, it's at pirate places. Oh, along with the one that we got. Huh. All right. So let's look at the job board. 44 engineers need transport to a corporate retreat on Sunracer. Clear up here. Pays 759. No. Sizable pirate has been attacking merchants, so jump away. We'll take that. Small marauder, jump away. Medium pirate, jump away. All right. And we still want to head down. We've got a job here in Burkhead. And we've got a job with 61 tons of nylon fiber. Earth Day again. Mars, Earth Day, Luna. We'll take this one. Arcturus. Oh, and there's a shipyard here. So let's sell this guy. What the heck? 4 splinters. Why not? There, nice little row of splinters. Okay, let's look at our net worth. Our net worth is 36 million credits. That's a lot. You can also look at the ship info and see where everything's placed. Heavy laser turret, heavy anti-missile turret, blaster turret, heavy laser turret, heavy laser turret. I think I'm going to move this heavy laser up here. I'm going to put this blaster turret there. And this heavy laser turret up there. There. So all I have empty slots behind me and a blaster turret. That's good. Okay. Anti-missile turret, twin modified blasters, modified blaster turret, and an anti-missile turret. I think I'm going to reverse those. Well, no, that's fine. Heavy laser, laser turret, heavy laser, heavy anti-missile. Yep, that's set up right. Heavy laser, proton, 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 heavy laser turret. Yep, that's good. Anti-missile turret, that's good. Heavy anti-missile turret is good. Heavy laser plasma cannon, nothing in the middle. Beam lasers, lots of beam lasers and a laser turret. The broadsword, huh? Proton guns and an anti-missile turret. Heavy laser, beam laser, proton turret, proton turret. Oh, javelin mini pods. Oh, that's on our fighters. I didn't even look. Yep, they got javelin mini pods. Oh, we got to sell those. And they should have, they have 3 spots, but they don't have enough. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. Because they've got these atomic thrusters. So I can put on an energy blaster. I could put on 3 energy blasters. I think I'm going to swap those out for some different fighters. Let's sell these fighters. And let's put on barbs or shuttle pods. Barbs or shuttle pods. I think the shuttle pods. I haven't used fighters yet. I'll show you how to do that. So let's go to the outfitter and set up these shuttle pods correctly. So they have a beam laser installed. They only have a weapon capacity of 12. And 1 gun port. And they have a cargo expansion. I'm going to get rid of that. They use solar cells. And they're not quite as fast. They're a little bigger. And give them a battery pack. There. Now they got some firepower. Okay, I'll show you how to use those. Um, let's get on with the show here. So to launch, you press D. There, they're launched. And to recall, you press D again, and that recalls them. So I'll do that on our next battle, and we'll be sure and watch them. And there's our next battle. Launch. Oop, wait a minute. Where are you going, guys? All right, stop here. Killed it. And your fighters will be grayed out when they're docked with your ship. Having a lot of fighters can be fun, but you lose them. So you got to make sure it's worthwhile before you let them loose on somebody. As we start meeting some more aliens, particularly out in some really lost areas of space, we'll get into having more fighters. Because they have some really good ones. In fact, we're at a level now that we should be able to go back and do that. Drop off our cargo. Let's see what they have here. A medium pirate warship has been attacking merchants. And we can make it all the way down to our mission down there. So let's do that. Ports. They need heavy metals. Nope, wasn't there. Let's look at the map. Yeah, that was the only place I could look. All right. I'm gonna go to fast mode here. No, I'm not. I got some here's our stop. Drop off our fine art. All right. So now our next stop is clear out here. Ooh, we've got a mission to go to Men. Lawless World of Fool. Fool has the outfitter, not the shipyard. So what is it? It is the mission is 75 tons of emergency supplies to help alleviate a natural disaster. Okay, we'll do that. What else they got? A sizable pirate warship has been attacking merchants. Modified Airy has been attacking merchants. Attacking merchants. Novice pilot. Acorn cookies. So, I'm not going to fight any pirates. I just want to get out there and deliver my uh, emergency supplies, check on the hackers, and see if I can get my gun craft upgraded. And I have no idea what they want, but it's very cheap to buy equipment here. I'm going to buy equipment here. And just to hedge my bets, I'm also going to buy some food and metal and luxury goods. Anything in the outfitter here that I need to buy other than a map? Buy the map. I'm good. Okay. Here we go. I'm not going to jump, wait for everybody this time. I'm going to jump when I can. I'm going to stop at Min on the way back. Fool. All right. Next planet is it. Got a space station and Jacobson. Landing on Jacobson. Takes a while to figure out who exactly is in charge here. You sell off parts of your shipment of food to a few different local leaders, receiving 110,000 credits in exchange. All right, the hackers. The instructions given to you at the job office lead you to a rundown farmhouse far from the spaceport. There is a simple fence with an unlocked gate surrounding the perimeter. Check for traps or enter through the gate. I'm going to check for traps. Check for traps. After checking both the fence and get the gate, you find no traps. With no other entrance in sight, you enter through the gate. You hear a loud squawk and notice some chimkins wandering about within the fenced enclosure. The door to the house is just a few steps away. Enter the front door or check for a back door entrance. I'm just going to go in the front door. After checking the knob, you are surprised to find that the door is unlocked. Check the door for traps or kick the door in. Let's kick it in. You kick in the door with your pistol drawn and yell out, "This is a raid, nobody move." Assess the situation. The house is quiet and empty. After searching the rooms, I checked the traps on the gate. After searching the rooms, you find an old woman dozing off on a couch. There are no computers or networking equipment in the building. She starts to wake up from all the noise you've been making. Put your gun away. After a moment, she realizes that she isn't alone and focuses her attentions on you. "Hey there, young'un. It's been a spell since I've had a visitor. Would you like some tea?" After conversing with her for a while, it doesn't take long for you to realize that you were fed false information. So we did not find the infamous group, the hackers, but we found maybe his mother. I don't know. All right, let's go to the spaceport. You notice a spaceport guard eyeing you suspiciously as you pass through the corridor. Well, that's no fun. No offer to upgrade our gun craft, so maybe in men would be a better spot to do it. All right, let's look at the outfitter here. War brings proliferation of weapons technology. You see the outfitter rigging 4 modified blasters onto a turret platform. Pirate outfitters across the galaxy will probably be adding these to their inventory soon. So 4 A quad modified blaster system. All right. What else is available here? We have limit breakers. Oh, I like limit breakers. I'm going to buy limit breakers. Limit breakers for everybody. There we go. Who doesn't get a limit breaker? I don't because I don't have one single uh, get rid of my small radar jammer and I can get a limit breaker. Who else doesn't have limit breakers? This guy, the Wanderlust. Yeah, he's got all that power equipment. Shielding. Let's do away with the small radar jammer and install a limit breaker. And this guy. What's his story? Water coolant. Let's do away with the D41 and buy this. And now a limit breaker and uh, 3 small radar jammers. Okay. And that's it. So, trading, job board. Ah, one more pirate world to visit, and then I think we'll end there. Ports 58. Did we buy a map? I don't remember buying a map. There's the map. Oh, and they have nerve gas available. Definitely don't want to buy that. Okay. A limit breaker is uh, the Berserker circuit. It's a development of the device is a reckless attempt to push the ship's combat abilities to maximum limits. Installing a limit breaker on your ship allows it to keep functioning well past the point that it would be disabled due to internal safety mechanisms shutting your systems down. Installing more than one of these outfits reduces their effectiveness as they interfere with each other, as well as your ship's internal safety shutdown systems. So when you're attacked and you start getting disabled, the limit breaker allows you to keep going for 1% longer. All right, we're going to Men to Thull and deliver some supplies and see what they have as far as outfitters. And maybe check see if they can upgrade my guncraft. Landing on Thul. Takes a while to figure out who is exactly in charge here. You sell off parts of your shipment of food to a few different local leaders, receiving 108 in exchange. Trading, sell all. Spaceport. You are walking through the spaceport and suddenly a computer terminal starts blinking and beeping when you pass it. I'm not going to spend another million. Check it out. When you approach, you are greeted by a voice from the terminal. Dear sir or madam, please respond. Hello. My name is Mr. Smith, and I'm contacting you with a highly confidential and urgent proposal. I am, or more accurately was, the financial manager of the recently deceased warlord, Limping Papa. I am looking for a highly trustworthy individual who can help me relocate Mr. Papa's fortune of 300 million credits. Okay. How did Mr. Papa acquire his fortune? What are you proposing? Or this sounds like a credit stealing scam. I will not fall for this. What are you proposing? I obviously cannot make myself an heir to Mr. Papa. So what I propose is to present you as an heir and have the inheritance transferred to you. When you receive the inheritance on New Kansas in the Mulifan system, then you send half of it back to me. Okay, let's do this. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Sorry, this sounds too fishy for me. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Mr. Smith responds, there is one small problem with the inheritance tax. It needs to be paid up front. Can you pay 200,000 credits so I can get the process going? Are you trying to trick me? Sure, no problem. Or sounds too risky. I don't want to pay anything up front. Well, since it's all fake monies, uh, are you trying to trick me? Of course, I'm not trying to trick you. Mr. Papa's victims were all persons that had more credits than common sense, but you look a lot smarter than any of Mr. Papa's victims. Think of the huge amount of credits you will receive just for acting as heir. Can I count on you to pay the tax and make both of us very wealthy? 300, 200 credits, 1,000 credits, huh? Uh, sure, no problem. The terminal suddenly glows black after you transfer 200,000 credits to the account given by Mr. Smith. You wonder if you did the right thing. I guess I'm going to have to go to Hephaestus to figure it out. Yep. And I've got a mission to go there. Uh, missions available. I don't see how this could go wrong. This sounds fantastic. I know it's 150 million credits. You know, this game is just crazy enough that it might actually be real. That everybody turns it down because it's, of course, the Nigerian scam. But in this case, it actually turns out to be real. I doubt it though. Okay, there's all these red pirate missions, drug runs, and stuff. I'm not going to do any of those. They do have a poker game, which is another good way to lose money and get killed by some unsavory folk. Um, but we got to get out of here. Let's go to Glaze. Um, and they need heavy metals. What's the chat say? I don't see how this could go wrong. Cheap followers on oh spam. I'm getting now that I accepted that deal, the Nigerian scam in the game. They're thinking, "Hey, here's another scam. We found a sucker." Great. All right, let's go to Glaze. Yeah, lots of pirates. All right, I'm gonna hit fast forward. There we are. Okay, well that was fun. We have the inheritance redirection job still open. Travel to New Kansas in the Mulifan system to act as an heir for the late warlord Limping Papa. This is another one where you could just be arrested as being associated with Limping Papa. 22 tons of blast shields on a passenger transport to Humanica. Ooh, got a new one of those. 4 passengers. And then this treasure map still, which is out here. Use the asteroid scanner to search for buried treasure. The treasures will be there even after completing and aborting this mission. That's fascinating. All right. So that's it for now. Let's uh, end the game and end the stream. And I appreciate your your uh, attendance. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I was loud enough this time. I think I figured out how to boost the signal, as it were. And yeah, there we go. Have a good one.